Hello, I am Dr. Tejaka. I am from Sri Lanka. I am representing the Ministry of Health. I am a medical administrator. Today I have with me Dr. Huang from Vietnam and Mr. Jung from Indonesia, who are both representing their immunization programs in their respective countries. As part of the linked Immunization Action Network, the Institute for Health Policy, along with the Ministry of Health, organized a study tour exploring the role of effective management and supportive supervision in the delivery of immunization services. This tour was funded by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. The participants were introduced and given an overview of Sri Lanka's immunization program. They visited key sites across multi-sectoral healthcare facilities. We will reflect on 3 key management issues that are relevant to the study tour and which are related to their country's immunization program. So, Dr. Huang, I will start with you first. Can you please tell me what were you surprised by during the study tour and why were you surprised by that?
During the study tour, I was surprised about your EPI achievement. You are doing really well with low cost, and I think that's because you have the extensive fixed clinic center where you have for every 3 kilometers you have a clinic. So that is help for the citizen to easily approach the immunization program. And moreover, you have the public health midwife and public health inspector who would change well, and they can they can be very specifically in their work. The other thing I'm surprised is that you did the annual review on immunization. It's help you to reflect the result of the immunization every year.
And what was different this process in our country? What was it different to compare to your home country?
In my home country, actually we don't have the fixed clinic center where you just do the immunization and maternal and child health care like in your country. In Vietnam, the lowest level is the common health center. We do the immunization in the community health center, but in there the staff also do the primary health care. So the healthcare worker have to do a lot of work, more work, not only immunization like in Sri Lanka.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Jung, so I'll be asking you the same questions. So the first is just like Dr. Huang said, what do you think? Were you surprised by your study tour, and why were you surprised?
I think first I acknowledge that routine immunization in Sri Lanka is the best in Share region, and also it's very surprised there are no people in Sri Lanka refuse immunization. And the third is all the people here consistently seek immunization service in the government. It's, I think, very extraordinary for me.
So what was different compared to your own country?
In Indonesia, many types of community, some much of people refuse the immunization, but many things also can accept the immunization but sometimes it's very difficult to make the refuge immunization community becomes to accept the immunization.
Thank you, Mr. Jung. Next, I would like to ask Dr. Wang, what was the top lesson that you learned from this study tour?
For me, in my opinion, I think that the top lesson that I learned from Sri Lanka that I can apply immediately in my country is the supportive supervision. I'm so impressed by the way you do the supervision and the way you make the report, the feedback, and the follow-up after finish the previous supervision visits. And also the way you do the annual review, like I mentioned before, I think it's the best way to assess the result of the immunization. So this is lesson I learned.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. John, what do you think about the top lessons that you learned from this study tour?
First, there is immunization achievement were very consistent higher, and then there's no left out, there's no drop out also. I think it's very extraordinary for me, very great, I think. And the people in Sri Lanka is very aware about immunization, very aware. Even though when the COVID in Sri Lanka, there's no impact in immunization routine.
And I would like to ask again our next question. How can you apply this lesson, these top lessons that you have learned to your home country?
In Myanmar, I think first you have the training center in institution in health science institution training, and I think in Indonesia have the same institution we call Bapelkes or BBPK. So I think we have to work together how to apply to train the vaccinator and also the immunization health program. So we can train all the doctor and also the immunization program in 100,000 puskesmas or health center. And second one is how to collaborate surveillance officer in us, like your health inspector, and also the monitor health surveillance officer become also check VVD disease, also control record of immunization and report together. I think it's all.
Same question, Dr. Huang. How can you apply these top lessons that you have learned in your own home country?
Yes, to apply the lesson, firstly, I think after come back to my country, I will share with my college about what I observe and learn from Sri Lanka about the immunization system, and especially about the supervisor visit, the thing you do, and then my college and I can develop a process, a supervision process that include what we don't do now, like include the feedback and the follow-up process after the supervision visit. And for the annual review, I think we can convene the manager from national level about doing the annual review rather than doing each 5 years like we did now.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Huang. Thank you very much, Mr. Jung. I hope you will be able to participate again in such a study tour in Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you.